Welcome back, everybody, to part 2 of how to mint your first NFT with NMKR Studio for independent artists. Now, as you recall, in our previous video, we went over how to create a collection, how to create your first NFT, and how to duplicate that NFT. And I'm excited because today I'm going to go over 4 things that I was unable to get to the last time, and that is how to create and manage your NFT prices, the additional payout wallet feature, as well as the brand new royalty split address feature. And lastly, what we'll go over today is how to utilize CyberDuck, which is an open source cloud storage server tool that I've integrated with my NMKR Studio. It allows you to bulk edit, upload, delete files. And so the reason why we're going to use this today is because I have to upload a 20-minute video that is too large to actually upload via the NMKR Studio interface. So I just do it from the back end, which is a pretty cool feature, and I want to show you all that today. But before we get into that, let us just see here. Remember last video, I locked the policy within a few days, so the policy is now locked. So what that means is I am unable to mint this NFT any longer. I can still duplicate it if I want to, but it's not going to do anything because I can no longer sell it or distribute it. But that is fine. I didn't plan to in the first place. What we can do is you can go to pool.pm /$KidJuice. You can find it in my music wallet at the bottom here, how to distribute your music on the blockchain. And it worked out amazing. You can also still access the royalty-free loop forever that I have embedded in the metadata. You can also download that as well. Okay, so let's go back here. So before we get into anything else, first we're going to talk about the additional payout wallet feature. Okay, so as you see here, the payout wallet feature is on the entire collection. All right, let me just remind you all that. So you're not creating additional payout wallets on individual NFTs. Okay, so say you just create a one of one, but that one of one is within a collection. You're creating additional payout wallets on the entire collection for that one of one NFT. Okay, it might be a little confusing, but you all will understand by the time we're done going through it. So we're going to go to the additional payout wallet feature. Okay, I'm going to add a new payout wallet. So I have a few payout wallets on my Juice Drops collection because I'm allocating a certain percentage to my OG Juice holders. So I do have 4 OG holders that do get a small kickback, at least 1 ADA each off of each sale every time Lucci gets minted. So I wanted, the reason why I did that is because I just wanted to experiment with the additional payout wallet feature, and I wanted to add value back to my OG holders in a fun way. So one of my holders and partners, Andrew Donovan, okay, I have his wallet, so let's just say I have his wallet here, and you can do it one of 2 ways. I can allocate his split by percentage, or I can do it in a fixed payout by Lovelace. Now, key, note this. I want everybody to realize now, if you didn't know before, that ADA doesn't actually exist on the Cardano ecosystem. What exists are Lovelaces. That's why there are 6 decimal places, because 1 ADA equals 1 million Lovelaces. So if I wanted to pay out 5 ADA to Andrew Donovan every single time one of my NFTs were sold, I would put in 5 million Lovelaces. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Those are the 6 decimal points, right? So like, let's just say I put a dot right there. That's 5 ADA, right? Exactly. So it's really 5 million Lovelaces. So the reason why we might want to cut the payment out in Lovelaces is because when you're doing the split payout and percentage, when we talk about the gross versus the net, the numbers get a little tricky sometimes. And so when you're talking about negotiations and establishing, a good trust in your partnership, and say your partner has a certain fixed number in their head off of their percentage that they negotiated to themselves, like i.e. 25% of 10,000 is 2,500 ADA, right? So say this person has 2,500 ADA in the back of their minds on the total net that they'll be getting on the collection, you don't necessarily have to pay them out in percentages. You can just pay them out in ADA, or i.e. Lovelaces, to ensure that they're getting back the exact amount that they know that they're getting. Okay, so I hope you all understood that. You can either pay out in percentage, or you can do a fixed payout in Lovelaces. Alright, so next let's go over to the royalty split address feature. So we're going to create a new split address. Okay, so the main receiver address of the royalties, you're going to put that in here. So if I'm creating the collection, that would be mine. Okay, so let's just, for example, this new split address, shout out to one of my collaborators, CNFT Protege, because I'm going to be utilizing this with Protege and a variety of other artists. But we have an agreement, right, for our royalties. And so manually, I have an agreement that I was going to pay him out quarterly. But now that we have this feature, I don't even need to do it in a time frame anymore. We can do it in thresholds. So every time, you know, JuseMusic makes 250 ADA, okay, I can set that. Then this payout address, this split address, will be paid out the percentage that I want. So let's just say 25% of that, which would be 25%. We can put when it's valid, we can activate the address. So again, I'm going to put in my collaborator's address here. You can add as many addresses as you want. Alright, and here's my main receiver address. Okay, so I think that feature is really necessary. I know a lot of people have been waiting for it, so I'm excited to actually use it myself. Now before we get to actually managing NFT prices, I have to create the NFT first, so we'll get to that as soon as we're done creating the NFT. I'm going to create 100 duplicates and going to create a price for that collection when I'm done creating the NFT. So now this is our opportunity. Instead of uploading and pinning a new NFT, this is my opportunity to show you all how to utilize CyberDuck. So as you see here, let me just go back to my projects. The CyberDuck, when it's open, it looks the same. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. You see each one of my policy collections have their policy ID and their ID name. Okay, Juice Drops, Kid Juice NFT Limited Edition, my how-to series, and now my Juice NMKR. Now all these are obviously filled up. As you see, it's filled up with the original file and the sub file, and then its duplicates, as well as the metadata for each asset. Okay, so looking here is how I did my variants. It orders itself in both alphabetical and numerical order. Alright, so again, this is how I'm able to bulk edit. If I want to actually delete my whole entire collection, I'm not going to go in here and do it one by one within NMKR Studio. I'm going to go in here within CyberDuck. Okay, same thing goes for if you need to upload large files, and that's what we're going to do today. So before I upload the actual video file, I need to upload the actual original PNG and thumbnail that's going to be the representation of the NFT itself. Okay, so that is going to be here. You see here, how to NMKR. Alright, so let's upload that video. As you see here, login successful. Awesome, it's uploading. Okay, now let us upload the video that's correlated to it. So now it's going to be the first sub file. Now in order for this CyberDuck to read this video that I'm going to be uploading to it, I have to name it exactly the same name, how to NMKR. So how to NMKR dot subfile dot 1, because this is the first subfile, right? And that correlates to the 721 metadata standard and how it's read and organized properly. So I'm going to drag this over here. See, login successful. So now it is going to take it says 3 minutes, okay, 3 or 4 minutes to upload. It's not too long. So as we wait for this to upload, we'll be right back. Definitely, I'd say it's taking about 5 minutes to upload. So while that finishes, let's now go in here just so you all can see that the original file, the PNG, is already uploaded. This is the IPFS hash. we're now finally just waiting for this to finish. It's going to pop up in here, and also I'll reload the page, and we'll see the subfile now added to the NFT. And then next what we'll do is we'll just change the data and the information on it. Okay, there we go, it popped up here. Now let me just reload this page. Now let me click on the NFT, right? So here we have our subfile, and both of these are the IPFS hash. So IPFS : / to where each of these files are being stored. So now, first things first, let us change the token name, right? Display name, all that stuff. All right, so the token name is going to be how to mint your first NFT. All right, and display name is going to be similar. Remember the token name, there's no spaces. How to mint your first NFT. This is the title of the NFT essentially, with NMKR for indie artist. I like that. All right, so education for educational purposes only. Awesome. All right, so now let's just look at our metadata here. So again, remember from last time, this metadata here is only the metadata for our files, not the actual description of the NFT itself, which is going to go in these brackets here. Okay, so as you see here, we got the media type for the subfile, which is the MP4 and the IPFS hash, as well as the media type for our original file and the IPFS hash. All right, so do you remember from the first video where I already had my metadata template? So let me copy that. Let's go back here. Well, first, let us copy this into our clipboard. Okay, so we're going to copy that first, and then we're going to go to here, copy this. Okay, see these brackets down here, the description and the whole program for your entire, even NFT project, if it is, can be conveyed through your metadata. Okay, so there's information that we have to change here. I know that was a MP4. Okay, I think it'd be cool for this one. I will keep and upload a whole new royalty-free link, but I'll do that in 1 second. The title, right, to this NFT is going to be this one. So all we're doing here is we're replacing. That's why you can utilize the template which I provided in the previous video in the description. So I know I had that description in the main description, so I can kind of maybe get rid of that. I think 2 commas, no date of production. So I produced this on the 11th, uploaded it on the 13th. I do believe. Let me just check that. Let me note that. 7 days ago was today. Yep, 20th. Okay. Yep. So I'm also now going to copy this link. Okay, so how to mint your first NFT with NMKR. Right, thank you all to everybody that watched that video. I'm going to put that link here. Let me find a royalty-free loop, a new one for everyone. Let me see. To copy this. I'm going to add this. Let's get link. Okay, so I'm going to share this with anyone who has a link so that everyone is able to have access to this for however long they need. Royalty-free loop. As you all see, I'm replacing all the information that was in the former template. Okay, so now I'm going to create a tiny URL for that actually, so I already did that, which is right here. Awesome. So everything checks out. Everything checks out. Amazing. So let's save these changes. Let me just make sure one last time. So I know yeah, let me just take out these parentheses. Sometimes it acts funky. So you can always check this right here. This is feature. It says check metadata. Okay, it says the metadata contains some special characters, but that doesn't mean that the metadata is wrong. Okay, that's a good thing. It would be red, and it wouldn't even let you mint the NFT if the metadata was wrong. So I'm glad that it let me know that. So let's just copy it to the clipboard. Let's do our metadata test. Okay, there we go. So again, you all, this isn't obviously this video that's being recorded now. This is the video that I uploaded to YouTube last week. All right. I know this is now Inception. You know, it's like layers within layers. It's kind of crazy, but it's pretty cool. All right, now that our NFT checks out, I like the information down here. Let's just make sure that the links work. Awesome, I can download the link. That's what I want to make sure that you all can do. So now that that is all good, we are now going to duplicate the NFT. Let me just make it easier for myself. Get the display name, because when you duplicate the NFT, you still got to put the display name and token name in as well, because you're literally kind of renaming the NFTs. I guess this is what makes those new NFTs all new NFTs, is because you actually have to create a whole new display name and token name. Remember, no spaces in the token name. Okay, I think I'm gonna just duplicate and create 100, create a little exclusivity to it, because again, this video is already streaming on YouTube, so this is just maybe an exclusive access point for top supporters of mine. You all can feel free to mint, because I'm gonna create pricing for these just to show you all how to create the prices. So you know, it might as well just have these 100 available at that nominal price. So you see here, I put the number, and it gives you how it's going to read. All right, so that all checks out. Yes, let's start duplicating. Amazing, I'm excited because our duplicating is finished. So as you see here, we have the original NFT and then 100 new semi-NFTs, so to speak, duplicated NFTs, plus the royalty tokens. So there's currently 102 tokens on this policy. All right, and it would read that within the Cardano scan. So actually, let's do that. So let's take this policy, right? Boom. Let's put it in here. Right, do a Cardano scan, put in there. All right, so total tokens is the royalty token. Okay, so this shows you how many policy asset holders there are. So obviously how many of these assets, aka NFTs, have been minted. The only one is this royalty token so far. So now let us back up. Let us go to officially now the manage NFT prices. So now that I'm in manage NFT prices, as you see here, we have NMKR which is their payment gateway, and a pay-in address. So when you activate this pay-in address, you can provide an address, and then you have people pay. You still have to create your price. Okay, when you create your price, it also creates an address for you to pay that price. But for the sole purposes of creating a price, we're going to stick to the payment gateway this time around. So we're going to create a price, and so you create essentially bundles. Okay, so for one NFT, it's going to be 10 ADA. Okay, we're going to activate that price. Okay, so if you want to buy 2, so you have to create the bundles. They don't just create themselves. 330 ADA. Excuse me. We'll do 4 for 40, 5 for 50, and 100 for 75. That's that game right there. And you all can be the distributors. Who knows, or maybe I'll get this policy verified on the secondary market as well. Price activated. Alright, and now let's do 10 for 75 ADA. Amazing. Now as you see here, so I've created 1 for 1, or 1 for 10, 2 for 20, 3 for 30, 4 for 40, 5 for 50, and 10 for 75. Now as you see here, these are all the options now within here. Okay, so this is my buy button and all of my button link and a payment gateway that you copy and paste on your website. You see 1 here and also 1 here. Now look at these two numbers, right? When I change this option, it's going to change to 2. See 2, 2. So these are all individual payment portals, right? So say on my website, which I will have, it'll say buy 1, buy 2, buy 3, buy 4, buy 5, right? And these buttons will be there saying buy 1, you know? You can work it out a few different ways. So I'll provide you the links to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10, okay? So let's just check this out now. Check out the 1 payment portal for the 1. And there we are. Awesome. So now that we have created our prices, we've went over our additional payout wallets, we've went over how to manage your royalty split addresses as well as how to utilize CyberDuck to upload, edit, delete in bulk. So I think that about does it for part 2 of how to mint your first NFT with NMKR Studio for independent artists. And there's so many features that we've yet to get into, like the airdrop feature here, managing, auctions. I'm starting to learn how to manage the API tooling. Okay, so you can start to learn about the API tooling here through their documentation. Excuse me, that's in the Knowledge Hub. Remember last time, so we can do the API introduction here. So it's really awesome. Again, I'm just going to end the video on this. NMKR Docs within NMKR Studio has so much comprehensive information for you to start to learn how to utilize their API tooling as well. So I hope you guys learned today, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. And stay tuned for part 3, because I know that we haven't even touched on other aspects and key features like sales conditions, where you now create the token gating access, and all that comes with that.